Should the AFCON be played every 4 years instead of every 2 years? So as of recent, it's been determined that the AFCON will be moved to being played every 4 years instead of every 2 years. And this is going to be effective in 2028. And to replace the AFCON occurring every 2 years, we're now going to have an Africa Nations League, kind of similar to the UEFA Nations League or the Europe Nations League. It's going to be an African Nations League instead. So within that gap, we're going to be having those games being played. And so in my opinion, I feel like this is not the right decision. I mean, AFCON, we all see how big of a tournament it's become. I believe this last AFCON was one of the largest AFCONs in terms of viewers. I think it had like over 7 billion viewers who watched it, the AFCON hosted by Morocco. And I feel like AFCON is just something that it's more than just a game. It's more than just a tournament. It's the countries that host, they're having the opportunity to host, having the opportunity to show off your infrastructure, to show off, your great culture. We saw Morocco, how great of an AFCON it was, in terms of the stadiums, in terms of the culture, and in terms of infrastructure. And I feel like the AFCON just offers that for all these different countries. And so having it every 2 years is so beneficial for Africa. And I really hope, it's already been decided, but I really hope somehow there's going to be a change to just continue having it every 2 years and to continue to give all these countries a chance to host and be able to show off their countries and to be able to have a developed Africa. Because at the end of the day, the goal is for us to have other African countries host a World Cup as well. We had South Africa host in 2010. We're going to have Morocco co-host in 2030. And hopefully after that, we'll continue to have more African countries hosting the World Cup as well. That's the goal. So I feel like AFCON is a good stepping stone for that. And I hope that we can continue having it every 2 years.